We travel for days up the mountains, across rivers, through dense forests. We follow the paths that others have taken, small winding paths of dust or mud depending on the season. I carry my bag of clothes and all the hopes of my family on my back. I carry this with pride. It's a precious bundle, not a burden. As for the border, for the most part, it does not exist. There is no line drawn in the forest floor. There is no line in the swirling river. I simply put my foot where thousands of other women have stepped before me. My step is excited, weary, hopeful, fearful, and defiant. Behind me lies the world I know. It's the world of my grandmothers and their grandmothers. Ahead of me is the world of my sisters who have gone before me to build the dreams that keep our families alive. This step is Burma. This step is Thailand. That is the border. If this was a story of a man setting out on an adventure to find a treasure or slay a dragon to make his family rich and safe, he would be a hero. But I am not a man. I am a woman, and so the story changes. I cannot be the family provider. I cannot be setting out on an adventure. I am not brave and daring. I am not resourceful and strong. Instead, I am called illegal, disease spreader, prostitute, criminal, or trafficking victim. Why is the world so afraid to have young, working-class, non-English speaking, and predominantly non-white women moving around? It's not us that are frequently found to be pedophiles, serial killers, or rapists. We have never started a war, directed crimes against humanity, or planned and carried out genocide. It is not us that fill the violent offenders' cells of prisons around the world. Exactly what risk does our freedom of movement pose? Why is keeping us in certain geographical areas so important that governments are willing to spend so much money and political energy? Why do we feel like sheep or cattle only allowed by the farmer to graze where and when he chooses? Why do other women who have already crossed over into so many other worlds fight to keep us from following them? Nothing in our experience provides us with an answer to these questions. Instead of respect for our basic human rights under the United Nations Human Rights Council, we are given protection under the United Nations Office on Drug and Crime. We are forced to live with the modern lie that border controls and anti-trafficking policies are for our protection. None of us believe that lie or want that kind of protection. We have been spied on, arrested, cut off from our families, had our savings confiscated, interrogated, imprisoned, and placed into the hands of men with guns in order for them to send us home, all in the name of protection against trafficking. It's rubbing salt into the wound that this is called helping us. We are grateful for those who are genuinely concerned with our welfare, but we ask you to listen to us and think in new ways. After raid or rescue, we will walk the same path again, facing the same dangers at the same border crossings, just like the women fighting to be educated, fighting to vote, fighting to participate in politics, fighting to be independent, fighting to work, to love, to live safely. We will not stay in the cage society has made for us. We will dare to keep crossing the lines.